Next, we have a couple of presentations. First is world language, which I have to say is my favorite. So let's hear it. I should say that Dr. Joyce Boley and Mrs. Ruth Chang will be presenting for us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm pleased to be here this evening with Mrs. Ruth Chang, our Supervisor of World Languages, ESL, and Bilingual Education. We believe that with over 7 billion people living on this planet, it is important that we all get along. Language and culture are so intertwined, and learning a second language both builds cultural understanding and provides deep insights into how other people see the world. Considering the perspectives of others helps us to promote cultural awareness and tolerance, as well as cross-cultural friendships, broader career opportunities, and exciting travel adventures. Ruth has led this department for the last 4 years. Under her skillful leadership, this department has continued to grow and flourish. Ruth has big plans for her department, and she will share some of the highlights with you this evening.
I'd first like to begin with our vision of excellence. The world language teachers and I work together to determine this vision of excellence. We want to make our students world ready. We want them to be able to communicate with respect and cultural understanding in more than one language. We want them to competently investigate the world, recognize and weigh perspectives. And we want them to be able to communicate ideas and take action. That's our vision of excellence for our students here in East Brunswick Public Schools. We have a wide selection of world language courses and levels. We offer Spanish, French, German, Italian, and Mandarin. Spanish, we begin in grade 4. All the other languages, French, German, and Italian, we start in grade 6, and Mandarin, we start in grade 8. If you look over here on the chart, you'll see that Spanish offers levels 1 through 6H. We also offer Spanish AP, business and medical professions. In French, we also offer levels 1 through 6H, French AP, and French in the 21st century. German, we also offer levels 1 through 6H, German AP, Germany in the 21st century, and we are proposing for board approval contemporary German issues for next year. Italian, we offer levels 1 through 6H, and we are now offering our second year of Italian AP. We are now in our second year of Mandarin. We offer levels 1, 2, and 3. And I'm proposing levels 1 for Hammerschild and 4H and AP at the high school, pending board approval.
Just a quick aside.
I'm also in charge of the English as a Second Language program. We have English language learners here in East Brunswick. Currently, as of today, we have 244 students who are here learning English as well as other academic content areas. Our top languages are Mandarin, Arabic, and Spanish. We have many others. We do have 11 schools in the district, but 5 elementary schools, Hammerschild, Church, and the high school, are the schools where we offer ESL. We organize 4 ESL literacy nights where we invite the students and their parents to come and make friends, learn about how we can improve literacy. We also are offering this year for the ESL students in grades 8 through 12, college application process. We have 4 workshops for them and their parents. We have a parent advisory committee, which is a group of parent, teacher, and community members to ensure that we meet the needs of our English language learners. When you're studying a language, I want people to know that after 1 year or 2 years, we can't ask our child, take them to a restaurant and say, here, order for me, because it takes a long time to learn a language. And I think if you look at this ice cream scoop, the first year, the students are learning words, lists, phrases, memorize chunks of language. For the first, second, and third years, could you click please? They're parrots. They're just imitating the teacher. For 3 years, it takes a long time. For years 4, 5, and 6, that's when they become a survivor. The student begins to be able to create language with lots of mistakes. It's not until the 7th year and beyond they finally can really communicate on a wide variety of topics. So we need to start early to study a language, right? Our department is growing in many levels. 2 years ago, 81 students in the high school earned a seal of biliteracy. This last year, 92 students earned a seal of biliteracy. And just last week, we administered the test to 140 students. So I expect to have a lot more than 92 earn this distinction offered by the State Department of Education. I'd also like to share that the Middlesex County Pathways, we have over 732 credits were earned. We saved our East Brunswick parents in total over $224,000 if these students were to have taken the courses at Rutgers University. Students in levels 5H, 6H, and AP are the ones who can earn these credits. We'd like to plan ahead for the future. How can we grow our department? I'd like to offer Mandarin 1 in grade 6, just as we do French, German, Spanish, and Italian. In addition, I'd like the students who are in Mandarin 3 right now to be able to continue next year with 4 honors and then AP. And then the following year in 2020, 2021, Mandarin 2 in grade 7. Thank you. 谢谢. Merci. Danke.
Great job.
That's great. Okay, we're moving on for the
Learning across the district.
learning across the district, and it looks like we've got our junior high school this evening.
Right. Sources of strength.
Hi, good evening. I'm Valerie Alamonte. I'm the chair of the East Brunswick Education Association's Pride Committee, and we just want to thank the board for allowing us to continue to start the Learning Across the District program again this year. Partnerships result in dynamic education. That's what Pride stands for. And we are thrilled to have the opportunity to share some of the successes and wonderful activities that are going on in our schools so that we can promote and build community relationships between our members and the district, the community members, the Board of Education. And I'm proud to have the opportunity to do that today. So thank you again for having us. Tonight we do have Churchill Junior High School here with Mr. Craig Siegel, who is an advisor to their Sources of Strength program, and he's going to have his students introduce you to their program at the Churchill level, followed by Lynn Elson and the Drama Club and their production. So thank you.
Good evening. I'm Marco DeBellis, a freshman at Churchill Junior High School.
I'm Samantha Liederman, freshman at Churchill Junior High School.
I'm Kayla Benowitz, freshman at Churchill Junior High School.
I am Rebecca, and all of us in 8th grade were nominated to take part in Sources of Strength due to our ability to demonstrate leadership at school. Sources of Strength conducts fundraisers and collects donations for charities. Our initiative is defined by a wheel, and this wheel is marked by 8 core values. All these values affect students' lives, which is why they are important, and we spend time learning about them. One word is interdependence, which is something we've been taught is very important by our principal, Mr. Suter. It ties into the wheel in many ways because of mentors, positive friends, and generosity. Interdependence is something everyone uses, including teachers and students, which just shows many ways of how the Sources Wheel is important.
Over the summer, we volunteered to show the 8th graders around at orientation. Not only was this an escape from end of summer boredom, but it was also a good way of making an initial influence on the new students. The class below us is adjusting to a new building and high school atmosphere that Churchill presents. Even though we sometimes like to think that we were all too superior to the class below us, we all experienced what the 8th graders are experiencing now. So, we were able to provide some mental preparation by answering any questions and occasionally pitching advice. It was truly a grand opportunity to make a powerful impact, one in which we all seized to demonstrate what Sources of Strength is all about, spreading wellness and positivity through generosity.
Each year, Sources of Strength makes a bake sale during parent-teacher conferences, and the money raised goes to charities or groups who need help and support. Last year, the money made at the fall bake sale was given to Alexander's Playground, which is a charity that builds playgrounds at schools in deserving communities that cannot afford to construct their own playgrounds. The charity began in 2009 in memory of my cousin Alexandra, who passed away at the age of 3. The idea is to create a happy, safe, and active environment for children to play. Sources of Strength came to the conclusion of donating to this charity due to the impact it has on children and their lifestyles. The main job of Sources of Strength, in my opinion, is to create a positive environment in and out of school and to set good examples for other people and students. I think donating to Alexander's Playground resembled the type of group Sources of Strength is because we are able to put money towards creating a healthy and more positive environment for children who are not as fortunate as we are.
So as mentioned earlier, the wheel is a very important part of Sources of Strength. It lets all students know that they are strong and that they have their own strengths that are unique and personal to them. One project we did to identify this was each Sources of Strength member made a tie-dye t-shirt that contains 2 colors that represent parts of the wheel. For example, my colors are yellow and light blue, which represent peer support and medical access. These 2 are very important to me as I became very sick last year and was very lucky to have such a great hospital and medical access nearby, but also amazing friends that were helping me through this hard process. And another great thing about these shirts is that it makes the members of Sources of Strength stand out so that all of our peers know that there's always a great group of people there to support them and help them throughout their school career.
Our shirts, the rest of us, show healthy activities and medical access also. We are all athletes. We're student athletes, so we participate in the school's sports. And at least once, we've all been injured before, since we can't seem to stay away from all these injuries. So it's very important for us to have this medical access in order to continue playing the sports we love and to continue doing what we love to do. And healthy activities isn't just all about sports and everything. It's also about socializing, hanging out with friends, make sure to get out there and have fun. Because, life, you need to have fun sometimes.
That's it.
All right, thank you to Churchill and the Pride Committee. I probably realize these presentations have sort of become the thing we look forward to at board meetings now, so thank you for that. Okay.
Drama club.
Drama Club, and I'm trying to read your shirt. We're not strange, we're dramatically different. I have to hear from you now.
I didn't get them.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
All right. So this Halloween, for the first time ever, the doors to the secret part of Churchill Junior High will be unlocked just for you. It was a terrible tragedy. The bodies were never found. But just for 2 nights, October 18th and 19th, their souls come back to haunt the halls of Churchill. Witness, if you dare, the Churchill Chiller.
$10 for the Haunted Trail and Survival Afterglow Party, ages 6 and up. Trick-or-treat bags of goodies given to those who survived the Churchill Chiller. The Churchill Chiller begins at 5:30 and runs until 9 p.m. Join us if you dare. Churchill has never been so scary.
So yeah, we're the Drum Club. But all advertisements aside, Drum Club it's very important because it brings together a creative group of fantastic people to make something that's amazing. And the members of Drama Club, we do so much to achieve this performance, this goal, this applause or screaming. We design and make costumes, we rehearse and improve our lines, we even build the sets and the walls, and it's fantastic. And it doesn't really matter whether it's a play or Churchill Chiller, because in the end, whatever we make and come up with and perform, it's going to be amazing, and it's definitely worth it from our part, and it's worth going to. And I'm Elam. Yeah.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Lillian.
Drama Club.
We needed that, thank you. All right. On that note, any other cool T-shirts? Okay. Next.